And during my time here, I've come to realize what makes Haven so special. It's a flower shop run by multiple generations. A bar owner who greets every customer by name. It's a spring festival tradition going back 100 years. History, loyalty, pride. These values which define Haven are the same values that Typhon was built on. And that is why our partnership has been so successful. It's been my privilege to renew Typhon's commitment to Haven.
Ugh.
We believe in this community, and we're tremendously excited for its future.
I hope I slap you with my bloody hands.
Thank you, Diane. I think I speak for all of us when I say we're eager to make this official. So, time to vote, folks. And then lunch.
Hey, what's up, Jed?
Alex! Oh my god!
I'm fine.
You are not fine. We have to get you to a doctor.
What happened to you?
Jed shot me?
I found out something you need to hear. I'm sorry.
What?
Alex, you're hurt.
Do you need help? We can call an ambulance.
Typhon's been lying to all of you. And so has Jed Lucan.
Alex, what's going on?
Oh my god, are you serious?
You know exactly what's going on. I was down in the mine last night. I saw what Typhon's been hiding for 12 years. Jed Lucan isn't a hero. That whole story is a lie. Jed caused the accident. And then he abandoned 7 of his men. He let them drown to save himself. There were pictures of me and Gabe down there in the dirt. Because one of those miners was my father. Typhon wanted to keep this covered up in case it jeopardized the vote. Everyone at that company is scared to death. All they do is protect themselves. So they decided to bury the evidence. And nothing was going to stop that blast. Not even the fact that there were 4 people up in the mountains. That's how Gabe was killed. Jed knew all along. He covered up the truth about the past, about Gabe. And when I found out, as you can see, he tried to kill me too.
Hello?
Why aren't any of you saying anything?
We don't want to embarrass you, Alex.
Embarrass me about what? What the fuck's going on?
Try me.
These accusations are, well, they're insane. And trying to go into the mine was obviously a very dangerous, very illegal thing to do.
Oh my god.
But we all sympathize with your situation. You've been through so much. Your brother was your only family, wasn't he?
The urge to punch her in the
I can only
face.
imagine how much you want an
Holy
explanation
shit.
for his loss. Something to give you comfort and make your
Holy
life
shit.
seem less unfair.
Shut the fuck up.
know there's proof of the cover-up. You had Pike arrest me to suppress the evidence.
Officer Pike arrested you for stealing items from my purse. Perhaps you were looking for evidence?
And I found it. Which is why you and Jed tried to threaten me into silence.
Dad? Do you have any idea what Alex is talking about?
No, I don't. I've tried to be there for Alex since Gabe died. I thought, I don't know, I hoped I could be something of a father figure to her.
You weren't. He shot me.
All I can guess is, sometimes when we're hurting, the people we lash out at are the ones who we're trying to help.
You tried to kill me. How can you stand there and say these things?
Alex.
You're a monster. Please. I know this is hard to accept. You all trust him. I did too. But I'm telling the truth.
I believe you. Of course I do.
Thank God. Well, we got one person. Pike, what the fuck are you doing?
I would like to speak. This young lady came to Haven as a stranger, but over the last few weeks, she's become one of us. Now, her story certainly seems unlikely, if not impossible. But she deserves at least an investigation of her claims. We ought to take her seriously.
I agree with Ducky. I've always found Alex to be a very trustworthy person. She wouldn't make these accusations lightly. Something must have happened.
Yeah, a gun.
Miss Lath, there's no actual evidence of anything.
Holy I am the
Maybe
evidence!
not, but that's what I think.
Charlotte's not going to do anything because I took her anger
Charlotte.
away.
No. Leave me alone. I don't want any more of this.
Can I give her emotions back?
They killed Gabe.
What are you trying to do? Take down Typhon? I won't bring him back. All I know is everything falls to shit when you're involved.
Oh, my God.
There's something wrong with you, Alex. And now there's something wrong with me. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my bad, I guess. That's like one of the only fucking decisions in this game that actually matters, I suppose. Don't take her anger.
Don't worry, Alex. I got this.
Meanwhile, Pike.
For fuck's sake.
I have a USB stick full of recordings.
Yes, we went through this yesterday. Your superiors closed the case. None of us have time for conspiracies.
Yeah. You're trying to weasel your way out of things again, huh? I know your game. I know
Don't
how you...
test me, Jason.
You know what? I'm not scared of you anymore. And not of you, not Typhon.
All right, that's enough.
Deputy Pike, do you have some kind of personal issue with me?
Like hell I do.
Jason.
Well, given that your judgment in this matter is emotionally compromised, you should probably remove yourself from...
cut the crap. If you think you could shut me up with...
I think you better cool it. I'd like to speak again.
It concerns me that a voting member of
I'm
this
really
council
sorry.
has openly admitted to a personal bias
This is a load
Are you?
of bullshit.
I don't believe this. Ridiculous.
Jesus, Ryan. What the fuck?
Why are you doing this?
I'm not your lapdog anymore.
Deputy Pike, I am not responsible for any frustrations
My
you
dad
feel in
is
your
not a murderer. Were you afraid we couldn't get Typhon? Is that why you need someone else to blame? I thought we were in this together. For Gabe.
He shot me!
Ryan.
No. I'm not gonna let you do that to me anymore.
Ryan, what the hell? I know he's your dad, but look at her. Why would she lie about this?
It's going too far.
Alex almost died.
It's not true.
Fuck you, Ryan! After everything? Seriously, fuck you! Stop.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, we just super upgraded our ability, I think.
I know why you tried to kill me. It's not what you tell yourself. That you thought it was best for Haven. This was never about Haven at all, was it? This was about you. I know it's easier not having to think about the men you buried. You want to look away and pretend the people you hurt aren't people. But I won't let you. My father worked for you. His name was John. The world never gave him anything for free. He fought just to stay alive. He fought for us. Maybe he was finally winning. But you killed him. And then Gabe, my big brother. He was building a family here, doing it his own way, figuring it out as he went along. He was so nervous about it, and so excited. And he brought me here to be part of that family. But he died. Because of you. And then there's me. For so many years, I just wanted to survive. To get through. Haven changed me. I started to think about the future. I want to help people. Because it's something I'm good at. Knowing I'm good at something feels fucking great. And you tried to murder me. You would have ended my life just so you wouldn't have to face the truth.
Am I gonna manipulate his emotions or something? He's not really, he's just kind of standing there.
You've forgotten it, haven't you? You've plastered over it with another story. You tell yourself you're a good man. You take care of so many people. You gave me a roof and a job. You checked on me when I was grieving. Such a good, generous man. But that's the lie. If you scrape it away, what do we see?
Ooh, okay. We got some, these are all good, like, things. We're gonna say he's a pawn.
11 years ago, you led a group of men to their deaths. And then you gave your soul to Typhon. You let them tell you how awful it would be for your wife and son to find out. You let them tell you that Haven was more important than the men who died. When it really mattered who you were and what you stood for, you let Typhon decide for you. I can feel you trying to pull away. Don't.
I don't know what we're doing to this man.
The truth hurts. Sometimes it's so awful you think you're gonna break. But when you come out the other side, and you're whole and free and still alive, then you'll finally know how strong you really are. I see the truth about you. You hate yourself. You hate what you did in the past. You hate what you've done to keep it secret. And the more you deny that hatred, the worse it grows. I know who you are. I've seen the worst parts of you.
Ooh, okay. Do I forgive him? Do I condemn him? I condemn him.
And I condemn you.
If he hadn't tried to cover it up, maybe there would have been a chance for him. Okay, so I think we changed his emotions. And maybe he's gonna tell the truth finally. I'm a little sad about the betrayal from Ryan, but oh well. He probably only doesn't betray you if you go out with him.
Mining scandal that has rocked the western slope town of Haven Springs, where a council meeting was the scene for shocking revelations. Local bar owner and council president Jed Lucan admitted in a tearful confession to covering up the deaths of 7 Typhon employees as their manager 12 years ago. A recent cover-up, which involved a clandestine and unpermitted explosion to thwart inspections, caused the death of Haven local Gabe Chen last month. Mr. Lucan is currently in police custody, awaiting arraignment. We will have plenty more about this developing story, including the resignation of Typhon's CEO, the market impact, and what it all means for your drive time commute coming right.
I guess that's all we need. We got a resignation from a CEO.
Yeah, the silence is worse. I need to get some air.
So do we own his bar or something? Oh, God.
After summoning all my strength and willpower, I'm now ready to move from the bed to the rooftop. Maybe Dad deserved everything he got, but I'm still glad we were there with him in his last moments.
Oh, an emotional jacket.
You ever swing a pick before, Mr.
Chen, John, and no. But I'm a hard worker, and I learn fast, and I don't mind long hours.
You don't have somebody waiting on you at home?
No, sir.
Well, John, guess you're a hell diver now.
Aw, is this the...
Jed must have thought he was seeing a ghost the first time Gabe walked in.
They did look that similar, but yeah, I can see that.
Still looking out for me, huh, Pike?
Found this in Jed's house. After everything, I thought you ought to have it. He was keeping John Chen's bomber jacket. Jeez.
Feels like I've been through so much with Eleanor. it meant the world that she believed me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all the different changes, like, it feels like nothing really mattered there, and that no matter what, you can just force Jed to admit.
I know now that my inaction, in the face of injustice, was itself a terrible wrong. And I know that I will never be able to undo the tremendous pain and loss I caused.
Oh, Jesus.
I do not ask for forgiveness.
Good.
The only
You're not getting any.
person who could give that to me is gone. Thank you.
There are no victories at the end of this. Just more painful truth. Good thing I sold off all my Typhon stock.
Do we actually buy Typhon stock? I mean, that would be an interesting way to manipulate the system. Fucking buy stock from a company and then use your empathy powers to cause it to crumble, and then just sell it off before everybody else gets a chance to sell off themselves.
I'm pretty sure my voice was already heard by everyone who needed to hear it.
Alex, I trust you've received my other messages and voicemails. I'm asking for 10 minutes of your time. We go to print at 8. Please let me help your voice be heard.
Is it weird that the part of this that bothers me the most is nondescript dive bar?
CO Colorado mining scandal has deep state fingerprints. Irregularities abound. Truth remains buried. What are they hiding? Deep state deniers and wool-eyed cynics. Good luck trying to make sense of what went down in the small mountain town of Haven Springs last week. Behind closed doors of a nondescript dive bar, 8 town council members gathered to discuss a municipal mining permit. And when the doors opened, one of them was admitting to murder, another to criminal fraud, and yet no one else could explain in any rational way, anyway, how this all supposedly happened. Local taxidermist Reginald McAllister, known to others in town as Ducky, described a near hypnosis in the room, as a great man was made to stand naked before all, and exhumed truth begot its rightful place atop this throne. To longtime readers, the implications could not be clearer. This town council must belong to or be a servant of the globalist para-governmental military-industrial nexus that dictates international... Okay, you had us there until the last part. Yeah, so our power seems to have, gone up. That's where it's kind of it felt like nothing mattered. Sure, Charlotte didn't join in, but you pretty much could have just had Jed admit things no matter what. By yourself.
Felt very close to Ducky after our dance. I guess he felt the same way. Was Charlotte's response all my fault? Or would she have turned on me no matter what?
Well, I'm guessing that Charlotte would never have committed suicide, so we shouldn't have taken her anger. And then she probably would have been happily angry and wanting to take down Typhon.
I'll never understand exactly what happened to me down there, but I'll always be grateful.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure either, but we got enough backstory so we know what the locket meant, so we knew what happened to John Chen.
Must be rare that a local paper gets to break out the really big headline.
Scandal! 8 deaths covered up by Typhon mining. Haven Springs rocked by revelations.
See? This is why I try to only read the art sections.
Old and new talent shine at Spring Festival. A surprising newcomer and a 3-time veteran joined together to create musical magic under the Spring Festival stars on Saturday. Alex Chen, whose brother Gabe Chen, longtime bartender of the Black Lantern, was killed in a tragic mining accident last month, lit up the crowd with her passionate vocals and powerful guitar. It has been a long time since I've witnessed a Spring Festival crowd dance together with a band like that, noted Jesse McPherson, local novelist. It was transportative. Steph Gringich, KRCT DJ and mainstay on the Spring Festival stage, held down the drums for what the duo claimed was their first time playing together, including even practice sessions. Color this reviewer tad skeptical, the chemistry was palpable. I think I speak for all in attendance when I say there's hope that this is the beginning of a new Spring Festival tradition that will continue for many years to come. I don't know about that. Bowed but not broken, Haven will survive. The image of Haven Springs as an idyllic refuge, an oasis of comfort, and a civility blissfully removed from the tumult of the outside world was shattered on Sunday. In truth, that Haven never really existed outside postcards and tourism board drivel anyway. But while we have weathered troubles and fought demons in the past, we know that this Typhon mining scandal will leave us a unique scar on the psyche of our small town. Not just from not just from what took place, horrible enough as the details are, but from those who are involved. A young and beloved bartender. Oh, Diabe. I thought they were talking. I was thinking about Jed. A respected mining industry up-and-comer, and the town's most revered patriarch at the center of it all. Jed Lucan currently sits in San Miguel County Prison. He is under 24-hour suicide watch for fear that he might try to harm himself, but the harm he has done to this town, to all of us who knew and trusted him over the years, is just beginning to be understood. Still, in the face of this tremendous calamity, we say Haven will survive. We will emerge, if not stronger, at least a bit wiser for having overcome it. We will do this not because it's easy, but because we have no other choice. This is our home. I do hope that Haven survives. It was a nice place. Again, if Jed hadn't shot me and then followed up with trying to fucking cover it up, but being like, I don't know what you're talking about, I would have maybe forgiven him.
They say I was powered by adrenaline that whole morning. Now I'm mostly powered by extra strength Advil. And these. I love this guitar, but if it starts asking me riddles again, I'm throwing it out the window.
Knock twice. Oh, we need to have a Zen moment in the bed. Oh, 77 Blaine, thank you for your tier 1 subscription to 13-month streak. Hi, little fish. Did I have it named or taken care of it all?
I've been playing a lot the last 2 days, trying to think things through. But I realize it's actually the opposite. When I'm playing is the only time I get to not think. Not think about Jed or Gabe or being betrayed and wanting to forgive but not knowing if I can. Most of all, what I don't think about is me, because I've never been good at that. And suddenly, it's the only question that's left. So, I just keep playing.
If I got good at a guitar, I would just be improvising random dumb shit. It wouldn't be any good. I would just be experimenting and being like, well, that kind of sounded nice, let me try that again. There would be no connection. I would memorize no songs, because I'm bad at memory things. Alright, let's get out of here. We got things to check out. Things to follow up on. Bard hat. Lawyer business card.
The LARP was 2 days ago? That doesn't seem possible.
It does seem like a lot has happened, huh?
Maybe I do deserve some $sign justice, but I'd much rather be able to move on with my life.
You deserve justice! I mean, I would want some money sign justice. They killed our dad and our brother. Steph?
Hey, Steph. Alex, wait. Before you say anything, I have to get this out.
Okay.
Okay. What you did at the council meeting, it was the bravest thing I've ever seen. And it made me want to be brave too. So, here it goes. I want to be with you. I don't give a shit about playing music or seeing the world. I mean, I do, but only if it's with you. And if you'd rather stay here instead, then... Well, fuck it. I want to stay here too.
I didn't say anything, though. I mean, that was amazing.
I've never had anyone barge in to tell me that they wanted to be with me before.
Yeah? How'd it feel?
You've, given me a lot to think about.
This isn't
Oh, good. That was the idea.
This wasn't a thinking about it thing. I say yes, of course, of course.
You know where to find me. Good luck, Chen.
Thanks, Steph.
At least we had Steph on our side.
All right. Just tell me.
What?
My future. What to do? The night of the Spring Fest, Steph made a strong push for leaving with her. Playing on the road, the excitement of the unknown. Of course, that was before all the shit went down. Come on, you're the know-it-all. So tell me.
Actually, I do know what you should do. You should stay in Haven.
Really?
You really think so?
Of course. You finally have a home, a job, people who actually like you. Why would you give that up?
Adventure?
That's true.
Well, they kind of pigeonhole us on this choice here.
Then again, maybe leaving would be better.
What?
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends. And don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
Oh, fuck off. Stop it, Gabe. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now. I just need my big brother.
I'm sorry.
I know.
But here's something. It's 3 hours from now. A bus pulls away. You're not on it. And neither is Steph. Life goes on. You get a job working with Steph at the record store. All those years of being a music snob finally pay off. And little by little, time does its thing. The apartment starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home. Thoughts of Jed, of Typhon, and even of me begin to fade into the background.
disappear. The cowhead disappears. Anything that reminds us of Jed, gone. Was that a ring on her finger?
The rooftop is your stage. You perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans.
Just
maybe while you play, you wonder what could have been. Performing for more people in more cities, sharing your music with the world. Or maybe you never think about that much at all.
I was down for Steph's little adventure.
You don't know exactly when it happens. But one day you look around and find that you have transformed this place just as much as it has transformed you. And the most extraordinary thing of all is just how normal it feels. You don't question it, you don't doubt it, or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The life you fought so hard to have. And for the first time in a long time, you just live.
That sounds nice,
Thank
Gabe.
you.
Don't mention it.
You really think I'll transform Haven?
Of course, you already have. With your gift, your music, just by being you. But Alex, that doesn't mean you have to stay. You have the potential to do that anywhere you go.
Do what exactly? Become an actual musician?
Live in a van, travel between dingy bars, hawking your SoundCloud, pouring your soul to strangers. Sounds pretty great if you ask me. The truth is, there's no telling what that version of your future might be. The only promise is the adventure. So, what do you think?
Huh. It's a choice. Stay in Haven, seek adventure. I mean, both are nice. I could always stay in Haven a little bit, settle down, and then seek adventure. We'll stay in Haven. We'll stay in Haven.
I know what I want.
It doesn't mean we have to spend the rest of our life there. But settling down for a little bit and getting used to a nice life, that sounds good. Making him home of the place. I like how we never see Ryan in any of our future vision. He's just gone. We got rid of his dad, and he hates us. Goodbye, Ryan. Alright, so I guess that is Life is Strange True Colors. That was alright. I felt like we could have had a lot more done with the power. Like, we only really made 2 seemingly big decisions with our power. In terms of, we took away Charlotte's emotion and that she didn't want nothing to do with us at the end. And then we took Pike's emotion and he was willing to stand up for us, which is a good application of our power. I hope Charlotte can get over herself. She had some pretty serious problems before we took her emotion anyways. But yeah, I was hoping... this game feels like it needs like a couple more hours. Not like after the events with Jed and everything. That's like the end. Like that thing, I don't really need to see anything else after that. But I felt like there was maybe some other serious choice that could have been had with somebody else. Just to get a little bit more of a feel with the powers. Because when I think back to, like, say, Life is Strange 1, in Life is Strange 1, you had quite a few different things that could happen. You had some pretty big choices with your time reversal power. I don't know how Life is Strange Before the Storm or Life is Strange 2 played out, but like, yeah, Life is Strange 1, there were... You got to see a lot more of your power usage and some pretty big consequence with that. It felt like in terms of... I think I still like Life is Strange 1 more than Life is Strange True Colors. The first game definitely still has a little bit more of an impactful story. But this was alright. We got to have a little bit of a nice home life here, and like a little bit of the drama. The Typhon drama doesn't really feel too impactful. Like we get revenge for Gabe, but it's so taking down a corporation is so out of sight, out of mind. It's like, oh, the CEO got fired. Who the fuck was the CEO? What does that actually do? They're just gonna get another CEO and keep running somewhere else, right? Did we shut down the town? The town was a mining town. It relied on miners. Does Pike? Does the police officer get fired? Considering he's using illegal evidence, they didn't really talk about that either. But it was still an interesting little adventure. I liked Alex as a character. I would have liked to have found out a little bit more about her past. Maybe some more flashbacks or just some pictures or something. Because that's something that, like, they actually built onto. We usually, like, with Life is Strange 1, they didn't really talk too much about the main character's past. I don't remember her name. I think it was Chloe? No, Chloe's the other girl with the blue hair. Maybe? Fuck. It's been 6 years. But, what was I gonna say? Wow, it slipped away completely. I'm like Eleanor. Thought it easier to handle it if I was on my own. What the fuck was he gonna say? Wow. Some things are worth the risk. Nothing wait. Something about talking about the past. Oh, yeah, Alex actually had a little bit more of she had a past. She had like a serious like she had a bad past growing up as a character. She actually like had gotten fights growing up. And I like when a story does that rather than only tries to make the character play out as the player character. Obviously, we can still play her and make choices for her as the character, but she's still her own person, and I like that kind of thing. Oh, look at this picture where the interview room becomes the mind. We don't see that at all, but that's actually a cool shot. That would have been cool to see in game. But I guess we'll see what ends up happening. Well, there's a DLC that's going to come out for this game. That covers Steph's backstory here. I don't know how. Well, I'll end up playing it. I got the deluxe version of this game for that, but unfortunately, it doesn't come with it immediately. It's something that will be released in the future as a DLC. I wonder also what will happen with Eleanor. That's one of those consequences that we don't actually get to see. And really, that's how it felt for a lot of things. There was a lot of consequences that, like, the only consequence that I felt was Charlotte. Charlotte not being on our side at the end, which doesn't even fucking matter. It's like, I don't want anything to do with you. You have a problem. Okay. Bye. It's like, that is irrelevant. Jed is was an attempted murderer. Lady, like that, I don't. All we did was take away her like supreme anger. So the fact that she got messed up, I guess anger was a really huge part of her emotions. It was what really kept her going. Oh, Max. Max was the name of the character from Life is Strange 1. Gotcha, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to have seen more use of the power. I know I said that already, but the empathy power is an interesting idea, but for the most part, it just ends up being like a mind reader thing to help us progress, like talk to them and stuff, or talk to the characters in the game a little bit and help them feel a little bit better. And that's really it. That's not that interesting. But by the end, fucking, she just straight up manipulates Jed's emotions and causes him to break down and admit everything. Which means she's now at like a psychic capable power of just like looking at any person and deciding, you know what, I'm gonna mess with their emotions. And I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of that, because that would have been like, that's when you get to like something that would have had maybe a little bit more consequences for the overall story, because then people would be like, hold up, we have like a witch in our town, this psychic witch in our town who's manipulating people's emotions. Do we want her to stay? That's very much easily something that like Ryan could have told everybody. He's like, she senses emotions, she has a power. She can manipulate everybody in the town. And that's when you're like, oh shit, that's actually a legitimate thing that's like worrying. Again, especially because she goes beyond like being able to read people's minds and then try and like talk to them and make them feel better about their past. That's one thing, like that's not really that bad. But like yanking emotions and then turning around their emotions, that's where it's like, oh shit, is that ethical? That's a legitimate thing we could talk about. Are we gonna get a Life is Strange 2 Colors 2? No, it doesn't really feel like it. It feels like this game's wrapped up its story pretty nicely. But I guess that's what happens when Like, I feel like Life is Strange 1 was longer than this game. Because I remember some of the episodes. I'll look it up. Life is Strange 1, How Long to Beat. Life is Strange is like 14 to 16 hours. Okay, so that's... Yeah, that means that we beat this game in about 10 hours-ish. I think that's where it lies. This is their first game that they've released that isn't episodic, so it's like a full story in and of itself, which is nice. It's nice to see them as like a company grow up a little bit in that way. But I can see where like maybe if we had been episodic and delayed things a little bit, that would have been good too. Just to get like a few more hours out of some of the chapters and have some more interesting things happen with our powers. Just that's all this game needs. Just a couple more hours where it's like, oh shit, do I really want to make this choice that could really have serious repercussions? And you just don't really feel that, which is again in a way fine. Like you can definitely have a game that just plays out and doesn't really give you consequences. It can just be a nice story, a nice little life here in Haven. But that was what my expectations were. I was just like, oh shit. Empathy. Auras. What else could we do? But I mean, that's just it. Alex Chen gets to live a nice life now with Steph and everybody else. And I guess he still gets to get along with Ethan. I do still feel bad about Ryan. I wonder if there's anything we could have done. No, this really doesn't feel like there's anything we could have done involving him and his dad and how he felt at the end. But oh well. If there's anything else, I like the music, I like the art style. The game definitely felt homey. It was a cozy game. And I actually wouldn't like it. Actually made me go, oh, I wouldn't mind living in Haven. That's why I stayed there as a choice in the end. I thought out of all the choices there, that was the one that was just kind of like, it doesn't really matter. You can choose for her to stay there, and then the game puts you in the credit sequence. And that's really it. We could have also sent her out on an adventure and it wouldn't have really mattered because it's not like we actually see the results of that.
So watch the sign.
Unless they come out with the True Colors 2 and they're like, now we get to really see where this goes. But again, I doubt it. This felt like it was just a nice little spin-off game, and we'll just end up with a Life is Strange 3. Just an after-credit scene. I doubt it. This is so long. Also, it was weird that we had like 3 chapters for like one day. Actually, it was like 4 chapters for like one day. Or maybe not. Let's see, we had the LARPing section, which then led into the flower section, or the Spring Festival section, which then led to the mining section. So that was 3 chapters. I also wonder if Riley's relevant at all. Like, if we had kept her there, I assume that would have just betrayed the trust of Eleanor, and then she wouldn't have been on our side there. Oh god, there's a lot of licensed music. I feel like we're gonna get slapped with the DMCA quite a bit. I didn't do anything wrong, I swear. Now, this game was developed in the state of Colorado. Thanks for playing. I didn't like Charlotte. We really didn't get enough time to spend with her to actually like her. Okay. Most people chose to stay in Haven. 72% of people forgave Jed? Really? Really? That is surprising to me. And then 86% of people had some members of the council stood with everyone. Or some members of the council stood with Alex. Only 9% of people had everyone on the council support Alex. This one, we could have had this if we hadn't fucked with Charlotte. It literally comes down to just Charlotte, which is a red herring thing, by the way. I hate that. Charlotte's the first person you can take her emotions from. She's like breaking shit. She's thinking about suicide. And if you take away that emotion, she's the only person on the council who's just like, fuck Alex. She ruined everything by coming here. Whereas she probably would have actually stood with us otherwise, because she would have naturally gotten rid of her emotions, which is a more healthy thing. Alex didn't see Ryan after the vote. Oh, Alex forgave Ryan for not believing her. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. How do we get Ryan to actually stand by us without being romantically involved with him? I feel like that's the only way you can do it. Charlotte turned her back on Alex. Eleanor sided with Alex during the vote. Yeah, look at that. 47% more people got in trouble with Eleanor. A lot of people got Pike to side with them because, of course, the only choice with Pike is taking his emotions, which is like the logical thing to do. Ducky's a mean one because you have to go to the Black Lantern during this Spring Festival, and I know that a lot of people play the game in a way where they're not really exploring it. They're not really trying to explore an entire town during that. I just happened to be very lucky and that I did that. Ryan believed Jed during the vote. Fuck you, Ryan. You jerk. What are friend stats? We don't have friend stats for all the way in the end. That's okay. It's just world stats. I do like being able to see all this stuff. I wonder how the forgiving Jed ad goes for it. Maybe that would have been a little bit more like a kinder thing. I don't know, but fuck Jed. Fuck that. He shoots you and then tries to play it off and gaslight you in front of everybody, and that's bullshit. Like, I really don't mind that he got our dad killed. Like, that's a shit thing, but it's also a mining accident. It's like, oh, he caused it by pushing things too hard. That's typically how mining accidents go. Someone fucked up in their choices. So that's one of those acceptable things. It's like, well, shit. Yeah, they shouldn't have been pushing it too hard. That sucks. But I'm surprised that ended up being a plot point. That's like, oh, he covered up 7 deaths. Did people really not know? Is it because all the mine? Like, I guess just because John didn't have anybody at home. I guess it was conveniently 7 miners didn't have people looking out for them. And so it was all buried, I guess. That's weird. But alright, that is Life is Strange True Colors. This game's alright. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 for an overall rating. It really, it's a cozy little atmosphere. But really not much else. Not terribly super memorable. So it's just an alright little adventure. But, oh well. I'll end up checking out Life is Strange Before the Storm and Life is Strange 2 to see if maybe there are some other stories in there. Apparently, Steph shows up in Life is Strange Before the Storm. That was said in my Twitch stream chat. So I'm like, they're like, oh, that's interesting. That would have changed our interactions with her ever so slightly, because then I would have been like, oh, I know her. Wow, that's cool. But we missed anything that was like a reference to the other games. Would have gone completely over my head, or did go completely over my head. So, whoops. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this Let's Play of Life is Strange True Colors. I will see you guys in the next one.